What's going on? Welcome to Make Money Moves podcast. You know, the podcast where we make money moves by making money move. Today, we're on episode 9. And what we're going to be talking about today is going to really hijack your brain. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about your brain is not broken. It's just being hijacked. And these insider threats consistently and continuously to attack us when we don't identify them. So the purpose of this episode is to show you that you're not bad with money. You're just living inside a system that's designed to keep you distracted, impulsive, and spending. So without further ado, let's get right to it and start making money moves.
Pay to a check, yeah, I changed my mind. From broke to boss, now I'm on my grind. Like in my hand, I'm claiming my time. Make money moves, podcast my line. I changed from inside. Now I shine.
Welcome back to episode 9 of Make Money Moves podcast. I'm your host, Al. And today we're going to talk about your brain is not broken, but it's more so hijacked. So here's what I mean. It's not that discipline is the problem. Let me say something that might immediately relieve you. I'm talking about if money feels harder than it should, like, you know what to do with it, but you don't always do it. Or if you swear you'll do better next month or next time you get some money, but somehow end up right back in the same position you was before. That doesn't mean that you lack discipline. That don't mean you're bad with money. It only means that your brain is operating inside of a system that profits from the distraction. And today, we're going to pull the curtain back and expose it. Because once you see how the game is designed, you know the rules, you can stop fighting for yourself. You can stop barely surviving. So here's the big lie that we all believe. And that is that most people think wealth problems come from being lazy, not motivated, lack of discipline, or just don't care. But here's the truth that may have not been explained to you. In modern life, it's engineered to fragment your attention. Just look at the TV. You got so many different things, your attention span is shorter because it doesn't hold your attention span for a long time. And that fragmentation of attention is expensive because wealth requires it. It requires your focus, your patience, delayed gratification, and long-term thinking. And everything around you is designed to interrupt those exact qualities. And that's not accidentally, that's on purpose.
What if shopping could earn you cash instead of just costing you? You've been stuck in the cycle, tap, swipe, spend, watching your paycheck just disappear. But one day, after you stumbled onto this app called Rakuten, you ask yourself, why am I paying full price when I don't have to? But then you think, maybe it's just another gift. Then one of your friends tell you about this app called Rakuten, who makes them money and gives them cash back and rewards for thousands of stores every time they make a purchase that they were made anyway. You try it once, you discover hidden deals, compare prices, and you start winning. Shopping becomes a strategy. Every tap pays you back, and you still get what you want. You share Rakuten with your friends, watch your income grow, and become more financially confident. Download the Rakuten app today and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket.
Let's just walk through a normal day. Let's say you wake up, you check your phone, notifications already waiting on you before you even wake up. Emails, text, social media, new alerts, ads disguised as content. And before you brush your teeth, your brain already spent a ton of energy looking at that stuff. By midday, you've made hundreds of micro decisions. Your willpower is lower, your patience is thinner, your stress is higher. So when money decisions show up later, your brain doesn't want to strategize anymore. It wants relief. And that relief almost always sell you. So what's actually happening in your brain at this time? Okay, so here's the science in plain language. Your brain runs on what we call dopamine. And dopamine isn't pleasure like people think. It's anticipation. It's what makes you scroll, swipe, click, buy, refresh. Every notification, every FOMO with a limited time offer, every one-click checkout, they all trigger the same system. And the more often it's triggered, the harder long-term thinking becomes. So when people say, I don't know where my money goes, they're lying. They were mentally exhausted, and when that spending happened, they lying. And that's what happened to their money. And here's why discipline fails. Here's something extremely important. Discipline is not infinite. Just think about that. Discipline is not infinite. It doesn't go on forever. It depletes. By the time our bills are paid, the kids are handled, work is done, stress is high, the brain is not in wealth building mode anymore. It's more so in survival or I want to be comfortable mode. And that's why relying on discipline alone doesn't work. You've seen people like, oh, well, I go on this strict diet and they come back and they gain the weight they lost plus some. Wealthy people know this, so they don't rely on discipline alone. They rely on design and systems. So if we was to take it and say design versus willpower, if you will, there'll be a shift. And here's the shift that changes everything for people. If you tried it, I guarantee you'll stop asking yourself, why can't I stick to the plan? And start saying things like, what environment can I operate inside? Because behavior follows the environment, right? If your phone makes you spend easily, if your apps remove the friction, or your money decisions just happen when you're tired, you lose. No matter how motivated you are, how disciplined you are. And that's not weakness, that's just physics. You see, there's an invisible tax that we've been paying because distraction costs us. It costs us clarity, consistency, compounding, and follow through. Not in a dramatic way where we like, oh man, we can see it. It's more of an invisible one. Like we don't feel like we're getting robbed. There's nobody putting a gun to our back or taking our wallet in front of us that we see. So we don't feel robbed. We just feel busy, planning, fixing, reacting, restarting. Busy is the enemy of building. But you have to ask yourself, honestly, when you spend, do you do it impulsively? Like when you're tired, stressed, or just bored? What apps are actually triggering the comparison or urgency for you to buy something? What do money decisions happen for you? Like what emotional state are you in with the money decisions happen? Are you calm or are you in a chaotic state? Let me ask you this. What would improve if your attention was protected? Ask yourself, are you fighting yourself or are you fighting the environment that you're in? And this is where the shame is dissolved because the problem isn't you. Just being honest. The problem isn't you. It's the setup. I want to give you a shift. We want to move that attention. We want to create an attention firewall, right? That's what I call the attention firewall. So here's a move that wealthy people make quietly. They don't tell anybody about it. They just do it quietly, right? Now pay attention. Take action. Don't just take notes. Take action. They protect their attention before protecting their money. And what does that mean? That means they have fewer notifications. They have fewer spending triggers. They have fewer impulse pathways and fewer decisions that happen late at night. So we set all these rules for ourselves to do things, but here's the thing, we don't need more rules. We just need fewer traps. And traps only work when you don't need to see them. So what is the system after the system? If you go back and you look at this and you actually learn something from this today, and what you learned today was something freeing. It was freeing. You learned that your brain wasn't broken. It was just hijacked. And once you understand that, you'll stop blaming yourself and start redesigning your life. But don't worry, I got something for you. Because in the next episode, we're going to talk about why conveniences is one of the most expensive addictions in modern wealth. And how friction, not ease, quietly creates freedom for you. Because this is where make money moves stop being advice and become architecture. I need you to do something for me. I need you to go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment something that really touched you and was really able to help you in this episode. Or you know someone else that this may help. Go ahead and send this video to them. And do that one thing, because the more people we have that's financially literate, the less people we have in poverty. So with that being said, let's go ahead and identify these inside threats so that they'll no longer become threats and no longer become our enemies. Because now we know how to fight them with confidence, courage, and power. So we can now make money moves by making money moves. You heard it here first. See you next time on Make Money Moves podcast, where we make money moves by making money moves. Remember, don't take notes, take action. Peace.
Pay to a check, yeah, I changed my mind. From broke to boss, now I'm on my grind. Like in my hand, I'm claiming my time. Make money moves podcast, my line. I changed from inside.